What is up, everyone? My name is Jonathan, and today we are doing another Illustrator tutorial. This will just be how to make a background like you saw in the thumbnail, which is why you're here. So if you like this video, subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe. If you're not new here and you have already subscribed, welcome back. Give this video a like. Let's get started. So we are in Adobe Illustrator, and so I have already set up this gradient right here. If you want to pause the video and copy this stuff down and make a gradient, all I did to do this was just make a little square, hit the eyedropper tool, boom, copy it over just like that, if that's how you want to do it, or however, whatever's you want to do for the gradient, but that's one option. So for future we can put it over here. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to create a, I notice I say so a lot. Does anybody else notice that? Anyways, so just kidding. Make a square rectangle, hit V, give you your oh, I forgot to turn on the thing again. Hold on. Oh, keep going while that loads. And so that's the background, that's where we're starting. So now we can go down here and lock this layer. So I forgot to mention, make two layers. So we've made this is our background layer. We'll call this our background layer. This is also the layer that this stuff is on, so that'll be locked in place. Go to your layer 2, and let's go to Align tool. Let's make your foreground color white, and click and drag. Let's make the stroke white. Let's make this like 3. Perfect. And now click, hold Shift and Alt. Click, hold Shift and Alt, and drag that over some. And then we'll put one over here. We're gonna move these over some. Yeah, that'll work for now. And let's select all 3 of these things here. Go up here to opacity, go down to overlay. So now let's go to our rectangle tool here, and we want a fill. So let's click here or so, drag this down to here, give or take the width. And so somewhere over here is your shear tool. If you don't have your shear tool, you can click down here and look for your shear tool and add it. It is behind the scale tool or the reshape tool if you have either of those open. So this will allow you to click and drag that over so it is moves both sides. And click there. Now that's gonna have to go further, probably like there. Move this over. I want this to be somewhat straight. Oh, I don't know if I click on this and hold Shift, will that keep it? No, it does not. And probably there. Getting closer. Probably an easier way to do this, but whatever. So now go over here to gradient. Then I want this to be black and white. Go to circle, invert your circle. I'll go up here to opacity, multiply. Hit G, whoops, hit G, bring up your gradient tool. Oh, I gotta click on the set object first. Now edit your gradient, and we're going to drag this in, make this, no, that's rotate. Which one of these? It's this one. There we go. Rotate that around, so it's a little more like this. Click and drag that up. Something like that. Somewhere's about like so. Click over. So now hold Alt and Shift. Or click, hold Alt and Shift, drag that over to about there. Hit G to edit your gradient, drag that down here. Hit V, gives you your selection tool. Alt Shift, click, and I keep doing that. Click, hold Alt Shift, and drag that over to there. Hit G. Click and bring this up here. Change the gradient a little bit. Drag that out. Hit V. Click on this one. And drag this over to like here. G. Drag that up some. Make this a little shorter. Probably good there. Oops. And I'm going to make these less obvious. Okay, click on this guy, click, hold Alt, and drag that over to there. And then I think we'll just click and drag this one over. Move that up here. And then I'm going to grab this one. Somewhere's in there. And now we need to grab our ellipse tool. Make a circle over here. Hold Shift, makes a perfect circle. We can just make this white. Doesn't need to be a specific color just yet. Hit V, select, hit Control C, and then Control Shift V. And that will create a copy in place. And then we're going to do something about like so. Then go over here to your Pathfinder tab. If you do not have Pathfinder tab, you can go up here to your window, go down to this, or Shift Control F9 if that's your thing. And then subtract, select both of these, subtract the center out of there. So it subtracts that, subtracts everything where there's both shapes are like overlaid. Now click on this one. Now we can go back to our gradient. And I don't think, no, I want it to be this way. So hit G, edit the gradient. And just about probably there. Maybe bring that in a little bit. At least for the first one. Hit V, select, select your object, go up here, normal, multiply. Now click and drag that up. That is way too harsh, so let's edit the gradient here. Oops. There we go. That's better. Okay. I still don't know if I like that, but that'll work. Drag this over. Let's put one up here. Drag this down some. Holding Alt to copy or make a duplicate. Holding Shift Alt to scale proportionally. Keep the proportions. Whoops. Somewhere's in there. Change this some. Just want it to be kind of subtle. Okay, so now let's scroll in here. Ellipse tool. We do not want this guy. Let's see, what color do we want this? Let's make it like this color. So RGB cyan. We're going to make it that color. Click and shift and drag. We want zoom in. This is going to be a pretty small little thing here. Let's make it 10 pixels, or really close to 10 pixels. I guess we could edit it and make it 10 pixels. So sure, we'll make it 10 points and pixels technically. Okay, now it's 10. Let's go up to gradient. Swatches, cyan. Go over here. Oops. Drag that down. Double click here. Opacity, change that to 0. So then you have this nice little glowing ball, for lack of a better term. So now click on this guy and go to Object, Pattern, Make. Don't show again. This new pattern has been added to the swatches panel. Cool. And so we're going to do a 10 by, so width is 10 pixels, 10 pixels, 5 by 5 new pattern. Okay, cool. Copy. Got it? You got this? Got this? Change your settings to this. I mean, you can change your settings to whatever you want, but I don't know. This works. Then hit done. We can click on this little dot and drag that all the way over here out of the way. And now we are going to, so you have the swatches, it's already been added. The pattern is already your fill color. So now go to rectangle, click on the corner there, drag that over. There you go. So click on the pattern, it's right there, new pattern 2. That's the pattern we just made. That looks crazy. So now go over here to your transparency panel. If you do not have your transparency panel, go over here to Windows, go down to transparency, or Shift Control F10. Probably never gonna remember that. So now go to make a mask, click on your mask, go back over here to your rectangle tool. If you clicked off of it between now and then, drag that over, change this to white and black, change your gradient, drag that up from the corner or so ish, somewhere like that, whatever you like. I like that. That looks good to me. To me it looks good. Now click on your layer on this one, hit Control C, Control Shift V, and that creates a duplicate. Now holding click and then hold shift and rotate that around 90 degrees. And then go up here, and then this will select similar objects, and then you can right click, group these. So now you've grouped both of those things together. And that's looking about where I think I'm gonna call it a day. So go over here, change your fill to whatever you want, something solid. Drag that down to there. Zoom out a little bit, hit Control or hit V, click off that. Select everything, right click, make clipping mask. Boom. So there's your background. This background will be in the link below in the description. All of my other stuff is here. The Amazon links is an affiliate links. I get like a tiny little bit if you happen to buy something after you click on one of my links. So help me out and click on one of those if you're going to go buy something. Feel free to download this. I just ask that you like this video if you do download this and use it somewhere. That's all I want. Thank you for watching. God bless, and we will see you in the next one.